Hi everyone, welcome. Anne here. I am going to share with you today just a quick flow class just to kind of get your blood moving. Not going to be a full hour class, just some sun salutes and standing poses down to a couple seated poses and closing. So let's join here at the top of our mat. Grand toes together, heels slightly apart. Of course, if you're more comfortable working with your feet apart, feel free to do so. Finding your Tadasana. Bend your knees and you might lift your toes here. And feel that connection to the earth. Begin to push down into that space. Get your legs active. Tailbone is heavy. Lift through the abdomen. Feel the spine working simultaneously down and up. Collarbones broaden as the sternum lifts. Gather your hands together at heart center. If it feels okay to close your eyes, do so. Otherwise, soften your gaze. Just take a moment to settle in, arrive into this body and into this breath as it is today. Notice any areas of tightness or tension and see if you can't adjust or perhaps soften. Feel the support beneath you and around you. Taking a moment to set an intention or perhaps a dedication for your practice here and now. Your exhale, allow the forehead to drop to the fingertips, sealing these thoughts. Inhale, come back to center. Drop your hands down by your sides. Invite in Ujjayi, slightly engaging through the back of the foot. Finding that ocean-like sound. Half Surya Namaskar. Open the eyes as you inhale and lift. Exhale, fold forward. Have a place for your hands. So bend your knees if you need to here. Hands to your shins. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Draw your arms out. Come all the way up. Reach. Tailbone is heavy. Exhale, arms down. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Legs are active. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up. Reach. Exhale, arms down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Surya Namaskar A. First one, let's modify. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step back. Let's drop our knees here. Hug in. Come all the way down. Disengage the feet. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, push into the mat. Downward facing dog. Breathing here for 5 breaths. 1. Push into the inner triad of the hands. Maybe you keep your knees a little bent here. Press back through the thighs. 3 is here. 4. And 5. Bend your knees, look forward, step your feet up to your hands and extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift all the way up, reach. Exhale, arms down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Stay with the modification if needed. Exhale, step back, descend, chaturanga. Inhale, face up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing 1, 2, 3. Lift your toes. Feel the difference in your legs and your feet when you do. Keep that action and then release the toes back into the mat. 4 is here. And 5. Good. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step your feet to your hands and extend. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale. Lift all the way up. Exhale. Arms down. Last A. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Extend. Exhale. Step back. Descend. Inhale, face up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend your knees, look forward, step your feet up to your hands and extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Surya Namaskar B. We're going to do this 1 time. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step back, descend, modify as needed. So dropping your knees is okay. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with the right, left heel swings in, warrior 1, bring it up. Exhale, take your hands down, step back, descend. Inhale, face up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with the left, right heel swings in, warrior 1. Exhale, take it down, step back, descend. Inhale, face up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend your knees, look forward, step your feet to your hands, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Utkatasana. Exhale, arms down. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. This exhale bends the knees, steps the left foot back. Let your heel drop in. Stay on the tightrope. So your heel should hit through the heel or through the arch of your back foot. Bend deeply into your right knee as you stand up, Virabhadrasana 2. So we're working our knee over our heel. Press your left hip towards your right knee. So notice if you're charging, right? So we tend to charge the upper body. So equal placement forward and back draws our shoulders over our hips. Good. Elongate your right leg. Shimmy that right foot forward a little bit. Good. And then push into the center of your back heel and the rim around your heel as you bend back into that knee. Good. Find the breath. This inhalation, you're going to elongate your right leg, turn your right foot in. Good, push into the ball of your back foot or your left foot. Turn that foot out. Inhale here, exhale to the left, warrior two. Good, inhale, elongate. Maybe you shimmy that foot forward and then bend back into it. Again, notice if you're charging. Hip moves into the knee. Breathing one. Reach out through the fingertips. Knee stacks over the heel, tracks towards the second and third toe. And we're going to come out of this by helicoptering your arms or fanning your arms to frame your left foot, peel up onto the ball of your right, and then step back to plank. Let's hold here. Push into the inner triad, inner elbows point towards one another. Take a deep breath in here, and on your exhale, either press back to downward facing dog, or work your way through a vinyasa. Chaturanga, dropping your knees is fine. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing 5 breaths here. At the bottom of this exhale, step your left foot forward. Right heel swings in. Once again, heel to heel or heel to arch of the foot. Your right arm is going to lead the way as you bend into your left knee. Warrior two. Once again. Nice. Inhale here, reach out through the fingertips. Exhale, forearm to the thigh. Drop all the way over. So extended side angle. Now, some of you will have the ability to come down to the floor. However, we want to be mindful that we're gaining as much space on the down side of the body as the up. This arm here is for reference rather than rest, so we're not just hanging out. Push down into that forearm to gain the space. Notice the line from the up fingertips to that bottom foot. One nice line. Gaze right up underneath your armpit. On your next inhalation, push into your feet. Allow that action of down to lift you back up. Elongate your leg. Push into the ball of the foot. Shift your heel back. Push into the ball of your right foot. Shift your heel in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend into your right leg. Good. Again, notice if you're charging. Big breath in. Exhale, forearm to the thigh or drop that hand down, whatever works best for you, that feels best for you. It's going to change day to day. Lift up and over, and again, take the gaze up underneath your left armpit. One nice, beautiful long line from your fingertips to the back foot. Your back leg is your strength here. Use it. As I often say, pay attention to the parts of the pose that you cannot see. Activate that back leg. Good. Push into your feet. Inhale. Make this a down motion, coming back up to warrior two. Good. We're going to elongate this leg. Push into the ball of the foot. Shift your heel back. Now you want your feet parallel. You want the outer edges of your feet parallel to the outer edges of the mat. This is important for knee safety. All right. So if your feet are turned out at all, you're going to find negative pressure to the inner knee. There is never any kind of good knee pressure. All right. So outer edges of your feet parallel to the outer edges of the mat. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, hands to the mat. If the mat seems like it's very far away for you, bring the floor up to you. So blocks are great here, or a chair. Inhale here, exhale, fold forward. If it is accessible, fingertips in line with your toes, shoulder width apart, hug in through the elbows, and fold. Push into the mat on the inhale. Walk your hands forward. So think about 90 degrees between your arms and your torso and your legs. Taking now your left hand onto the floor right up underneath the face. Get a little anchored through your tailbone. Big breath in, reach your right arm towards me, and then take the twist, opening up. Gaze either to the wall or up towards your up thumb. Those of you who are a little more flexible here, your tendency is going to be to tilt the pelvis, get anchored in your tailbone, and as you do, you'll find that your twist becomes a little deeper because the spine is better aligned. Stay with the breath. On your next exhale, release the right hand down. Replace it. Inhale, re-extend. And on the exhale, take it the other direction. Good. Again, one side will be a little less challenging than the other. Stay with the breath. Be mindful that you're pressing down through this hand to re-extend and send that energy up. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, extend the spine. Root into your feet. Feel that action. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Step your feet together at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, step back, descend, dropping your knees and spine. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're not going to hold this. Bend your knees, look forward, step your feet up to your hands and extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift all the way up, reach. Exhale, arms down. Let's come to a balancing pose. Let's take Vrksasana or tree pose. So if you feel like you need a wall or a table, feel free to take that. We're going to base now on our left foot and base into your left foot. So get that action of grounding. Spread your toes, feel that, place that down, and from getting that grounding or that foundation, find your drishti or your focus point. Nothing that's going to move, so don't look at your dog or your cat or the person that may be sitting in the chair. Try not to have a conversation. Good. And then lifting here, the right leg. So you have three choices. You can bend the knee, draw it out just as far as the hip will allow, placing the heel to the ankle, the heel just below the knee, or the foot above the knee. Nothing at the knee joint. So wherever this works for you, wherever you choose to put the foot, press the foot into the thigh, the calf, or the ankle as much as you press this left leg right into the foot. So we're trying to prevent this sinking into the hip. Do you see what happened to my hips? So when I push it all together, I get tall and supported. When I'm just hanging out, I get dull and kind of slumpy. So push it all together, and then maybe you allow your branches to grow. Be mindful you're not clenching your toes on your supporting foot. It might get a little windy, and that's okay. Some days are good balancing days, and some days balance can be a little challenging. It depends on what's happening, right? Gather your hands together at heart center. Pull that knee back in. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Good. And then let's take the right foot down and spread the toes again. Try to feel all the areas, the ball of the foot, the toes, the heel. Feel that. Push down into the foot so we can rise up, just like a tree growing. Bend the knee. Take it out. Heel to ankle, toe for balance. Heel just beneath the knee, or your entire foot above the knee, nothing at the knee joint. Push the foot into the leg as much as you're pressing the leg into the foot. Again, notice what happens here. No pressing, not grounded. Pushing, grounded. You see the difference? Good. And then maybe you're here. Maybe you just stay here. What works best for you? Of course, breathing is the most important thing you can do, so make sure you are breathing. One more breath. Good. Inhale, lift. Bring it back to center. Exhale, release. Shake it out. We're going to come down to the floor. So however it be graceful for you to make contact here, let's do so. Extend your legs forward. Good. Coming out of Dandasana. So if you can draw your grand toes together and your heels apart, do so. That doesn't work for all of us. Sometimes this is better. Doesn't matter which one you choose, just toes here above the heels. You don't want to be here, right? Good. Keeping your left leg extended, pull your right foot in and allow your knee to open. Sometimes this adds a little pressure to the knee. If it does, feel free to put a towel or a block up underneath here so you can passively release into the knee. Inhale, lengthen. You have a choice here. You can come right out through the ankle, or you can take a twist into the leg. It doesn't matter which one you choose, just whichever one is most appropriate for you. So we're lengthening here. Don't worry about the foot. We're going to be mindful. Let me show it this way. We're going to be mindful that we're just not collapsed forward. So we're going to push down through our seat to gain space and extension through the spine. Keep that extension and the broadening across the collarbones as we come forward. You're breathing. See if you can't draw the awareness of the breath into the back body. Is your left leg still active or is it just hanging out? Activate. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Pulling the right knee up, extending the right foot out, and then pull the left leg up and extend it out. And again, if there's any tension in the knee, you can put a towel or a block or even a book right here and allow this passive release to happen into that. Lengthen here, and on the exhale, come forward. Stay with the breath. Keep your right leg active. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Pull your left knee up and then draw your right knee up to meet your left. Extend your arms out. Here we go. You can take your hands behind here. Come back just to the back sides of your sits bones. Lift your legs. That might be far enough for you to go. You might add your arms. Again, this might be far enough for you to go. Or you might add your legs. Navasana. Breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release your feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale again. Inhale, lift. We'll just do this twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale here. Inhale, lift. And then from here, we're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. If you have any spine issues and coming down vertebra by vertebra is not accessible for you, just roll to your side and come to your back. Good. Pull your heels towards your seat about hip width apart. Feet are parallel. Take your hands down by your sides. Rotate the outer arm down. Press your hands down into the mat. Squeeze the hamstrings and the calves towards one another. Press down through your feet and begin to send the knees forward as the hips lift. You might draw the shoulders up underneath you a little more firmly here. You can keep pressing down through your hands, wrists, forearms, and upper arms. Or if it's accessible, you might want to interlace your hands here. Interlacing the hands is not always accessible for us. In fact, I don't always love it. I generally keep my hands here and work on my wrists and my hands being grounded. Think about your chest moving towards your chin so we can get the upper thoracic forward and lifted, not chin towards your chest. Stay with the breath. Inner thigh softens or descends. So we're not clenching through the behind here. I'm not saying it's not active. We're just not clenching. Exhale, release. Good, let your knees wrap right and left. If you're close to a wall and you want to just take your legs up the wall here, you can. If you're not close to a wall or you have a chair, you can take your legs up on a chair. If you have a block, you can put a block up underneath the sacrum and lift your legs up 90, or you can just lift your legs up 90 degrees here. We're just going to be here for about 10 breaths. Your legs are up the wall, you're more than welcome to stay here. Everyone else is going to bend their knees and drop your feet back into the mat. Good. If you have a block up underneath the sacrum, lift the sacrum, remove the block. Let your knees wrap right and left. And then pull your knees into your chest. Draw your arms out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. Lift your hips up and over to the right about 3 inches. Keep your knees drawn into your chest, and on your exhale, allow your legs to drop to the left, keeping this top knee in line with or above the navel. Good. Think about the right hip and buttock moving towards the top of your mat here. Inhale, bring it back to center. Drop your feet into the mat. Lift your hips up and over, now about 6 inches to the left, knees into your chest, and allow your legs to drop to the right. Again, keeping this top knee in line with or above the navel. Thinking about this left hip working along with the buttock towards the front of the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Drop your feet into the mat. Lift your hips, realign the spine. Pull your knees into your chest once more. And from here, we prepare to take rest, stepping the right foot out to the right corner of the mat, and the left foot out to the left. Bringing in any final movement that you may need to right now. And just as we end here, Taking one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. See if you can't arrive as we move into this place of stillness, at a place that feels like gratitude. Thinking of someone or something that adds a little light or joy or perhaps even ease into your life in this moment, and be grateful. And notice what that feels like in your body rather than it just being a thought. And as the divine in me acknowledges the divine in each and every one of you, thanks for showing up and doing the work. Namaste. You're more than welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. Thanks for practicing. See you soon.